Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Tuesday morning. We're ready for another day in the market. Are we ready? Are you ready? Yeah, we're ready. Excuse me. We're ready for another day in the market. Let me get some water, some H2O. Yesterday I realized I didn't drink enough water because I filled up my container, which I want to say is 32 ounces. Yeah. And when I got home, I still had over half of it, which means I didn't drink anywhere near enough water yesterday. I drank one coffee, and I count coffee as water, but I did not drink anywhere near. At least I need to get through at least one of these a day, probably two, but definitely one. And I didn't even make it through one yesterday. No bueno. You got to drink your water. Drink your water. Yeah, otherwise you'll be sounding like that, parched. You don't want to be parched. You want to drink your water. I'm giving YouTube and Facebook time to let the people know that we're here. Hope everybody had a really good trading day yesterday. If you made some money, you can put me some dollar signs in the chat. If you entered some of the trades that I suggested, you could also put that into the chat. Hey, yep, I'm in there. Hey, yeah, I'm in there. Hey, yeah, I'm in there. If you're in there, well, that wasn't the one I wanted, I don't think. Oh, it might have been. If you in there, let us know that you are in there. I'm trying to find some tags and not being successful while I wait. It's almost 9 o'clock. Not quite, but almost. I don't think I did any that day. That's probably why there's no tags there. Call is up and running. Hopefully, you are passing the word, letting the people know that we are here and we are live this morning. We're here and we're live. I'm getting ready to get into it. Okay, I believe I got enough stuff there now. StreamYard says I'm live. No, I'm fine with being live. Okay. Click, click, click. I have a mouse at home that doesn't make any noise when you click. I need to get one of those for here. Mr. Earl, hi. How you doing, Mr. Earl? Good to see you. Good to see Mr. Earl said he made some money yesterday. I made some money. Yes, I did. I made some money. Okay, let's see what we got going here. Now that the antics are over. Okay, the VIX is at 1657. It's, was down 12. It got up to about 18. VIX measures the fear in the market. Looks like, yeah, take me back to the classic. Looks like we do have 1657. So we're up a little bit, but there's some people who trade the VIX, by the way. Some people trade it like they do a stock. It has some odd expirations and such, but the VIX is something you can trade. If you see more fear in the market, you could be like, well, I'll just trade the VIX. I just trade the VIX. Okay, this is Yahoo Finance. General Motors boosts outlook after strong earnings beat. Whoop. JP Morgan warns stock sell-off has further to go. While that Tesla set to report earnings after a 40% stock wipeout. Spotify stock jumps after earnings. Revenue beat. PepsiCo beat on revenue. Price high, steady demand. JetBlue plummets after lowering annual revenue forecast. GE amid strong sales, and Lockheed sales rise as tensions defense spending. Definitely keep in mind that the defense related stocks may have some movement. All right. If you're looking for things and you're checking out what are I hate to call them opportunities, but defense related stocks may make some moves. So put it like that. But the biggest week for earnings may still be a month away. Yo, yo, yo. Okay, okay. CNBC. Hey there, Asleen. Hey, Tanya. Hello, it's my time. Maybe it's my time can tell me what your name is. And hey, Janae, it is your time and it's my time too. But I want to know what your name is too. I'm looking over there because that's where the message is. Yes. Okay, so our pre-market Dow futures is up 0.28%, S&P futures up 0.33%, Nasdaq futures up 0.37%. Oil is red, US 10-year bonds are green. General Motors raises 2024 guidance after big first quarter earnings beat. I wonder what General Motors is doing to manage themselves in the midst of this car thing that we got going. There's a lot going on with car manufacturers and people buying or not buying cars. Um, yeah. What investors should know about the UAW's organizing drive of VW and stock futures at Paris earnings seasons ramp up. Google search boss warns employees of new operating reality, urges them to move faster. Move faster. Walmart backed fintech One introduces buy now pay later as it prepares biggest push into the lending. I thought that Walmart was using a firm. I thought Walmart was using a firm. Looks like they're using something called One, but I thought they were using a firm. The Philippines orders removal of Binance from Google and Apple app stores. Here's today's biggest analyst calls: Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, Roblox, Tesla, Disney, and more. How many times are they going to say Tesla? Okay. JetBlue shares tumble 10% after airline lowers 2024 revenue. JetBlue is one we may want to look at. Okay. Our calendar for today. Oh, hi, Sharon. I'm gonna remember that. Hey, Adrian. Today's Tuesday. We got flash manufacturing PMI at 9:45 after the market opens. Flash services PMI, those are both at 9:45. And new home sales orange folder at 10 o'clock. Richmond manufacturing. So we've got a red folder at 9:45 and an orange folder at 10 o'clock. So keep that in mind when you're getting ready to set your trades for the morning volatility. Maybe give a minute for the PMI data to come out and see how the market absorbs it as you make your moves. Of course, as sellers, I always say this, sellers don't have to rush in at the open. We got time on our side. Time is on our side. We can actually give it a beat. Give me the beat. We can give it a beat like Janet, and we can wait a few minutes. 10 o'clock, 10:15 is actually a good time anyway, because of the fact that we have the 10 o'clock turnaround, which can some people say is a myth, but is a real thing. It's the real thing, baby. It's the real thing. Okay. SPX yesterday put in 43 points going in the upwards direction. It bounced more bounce to the ounce. Yeah, it gave up more bounce, a little bit more bounce yesterday. Looks like SPX 500. Let me see. I want to turn this one. Nope, not that one. I just need this one. This is the SPX 500, which runs through the night, even though we can only see SPX during the day. The SPX 500 runs during the night. Where are you? I need to turn you. I didn't mean to turn you on. Yeah. Um, this is SPX 500. It is currently at 50.28. Looks like yesterday we closed, like I said, at 50.10. 50.10. So we may have a bit of a gap up open this morning. We still got about 20 minutes, 23 minutes before the market opens, but it's a little bit higher than it was yesterday. So we may have a gap up open. All righty. We talked about the VIX already. Let's go check out the morning numbers. Coming to the stage. Here we go. Earnings. We got earnings coming to the stage. After yesterday market earnings, we had Verizon was in the morning, Truist, some other banks were in the morning. After close yesterday, we had Cleveland Cliffs, Cadence, Globe Life, Ameriprise, PCA, Nucor. I think Nucor falls into the industrial space as well. So Cliffs and Nucor were yesterday. This morning before open, we had General Motors, which was mentioned a few times in our little thing. UPS is this morning. Lockheed Martin is this morning. GE. Lockheed Martin is in the defense space. Yeah. GE, PepsiCo, Spotify, RTX. RTX. I feel like that's in the industrial space as well. And then JetBlue and Halliburton. All those were this morning. After close today, I'm sure lots of people are anticipating Tesla earnings after market closes today. So listen, always feel like earnings is kind of like a lotto play. Like you really feel like you're like gambling. So I'm definitely not even going to try to speculate which way things are going to go. Tesla has had a whole lot of downwards action over the last couple of weeks, though. Doesn't mean that they won't, pull the pump fake and do a quick run for the mountains. And then some people who are holding puts will end up with a bag, not a good bag. They'll end up holding the bag instead of getting the bag. It's two different things. You can get a bag and you can hold the bag, and those are two opposite things. When you're getting the bag, you're pulling in money. When you're holding the bag, you just got something. You're like, what I'm gonna do with this? Not the same thing. Okay. Visa reports aftermarket today, in phase aftermarket today. Texas Instruments, Chubb, Seagate, Weatherford, and EQT. Those are the ones I think are biggies for today. Tesla, I'm sure, one of the biggest. Visa, in phase. Those are Texas Instruments. Those are good ones. Wednesday, tomorrow morning, we're going to have Boeing, which is also in the defense industry. AT&T. Yeah, Boeing doesn't only make airplanes. They do other things too. Vertiv, Humana is tomorrow morning's. General Dynamics, Boston Scientific, Hilton, and MI Homes. Those are all. Old Dominion is also tomorrow morning. Lot happening in the earnings space. So definitely keep those things on your radar as you're trading, because some of these things will move and sway the market. They will move and sway the market. So you want to be mindful of that. Okay. Next slide, we're going to look at Adam's numbers. Adam trades the ES futures, and he trades level to level. He's a buyer of options, not a seller. Okay. It remains all about one level in SPX 5015. About 5015. It continues to pay. We broke it yesterday, back tested it into close, and I posted that it must hold. It held overnight, and we're back to 5027 is first up. The plan today as 5010, 5016 is support. That's support for those who are selling. That may be a good place to look at some strikes for yourself, right? 5,000, 5010 for those who are trading SPX as a seller. As long as you're above that, then 5027, which is where we are right now. 5051 plus is alive, it's alive. And if 5010 fails, then we're going to dip to 5002 and 49.90. Now, if you're selling options or selling credit spreads on the put side, the put credit spread side, you could look down as low as 49.90 or below. Check out your probability out of the money. Make sure that you like that strike and it's going to pay you what you're looking for, and go down there. If you're trading XSP, you've got 505 is the top number and 499 is the put number. You may enter around these places and pull in your premiums. Pull in your premiums. Okay, so we also had some trade ideas for this week. Put credit spreads at the top, call credit spreads in the middle, and iron condors at the bottom. If you put any of these in yesterday, let me know in the chat. If you put, hey, Miss Deborah, hey, Tamar, if you put any of these in yesterday, if you put any trades in based on the list I put out Sunday, I think it came, yep, my list usually comes out on Sunday. Sometimes I get it on Saturday, but usually it's Sunday. If you traded any of these, put them in the chat. I've been looking at Morgan Stanley. I've been looking at Morgan Stanley. Actually, I meant to go back to it yesterday and got sidetracked. We're in finals. Well, we're getting ready for finals week. So as we get ready for finals week, I have to dial in a little bit closer to prepping the students for their final because their final is this coming Saturday. I believe Exxon has earnings on Friday. So keep that in mind if you're looking at trading Exxon. If you are, you probably want to, exit that trade before it goes into earnings. You don't want a good trade all week to go bad on Friday morning because the earnings call is not great. I want to say Oxy is also maybe in earnings. I'm not sure about the Oxy one, but the Exxon, I know Exxon and Chevron are both having earnings on Friday. We got Verizon, LVS or Las Vegas Sands, United Airlines, which may be sympathy. I'm gonna say won't be, and it could be sympathy with Boeing, but may or may not. Coca-Cola is here, and Oracle is here. Oracle is partnered up with Cisco, and I wonder if Enphase will go along with that. Not really sure. Nobody put any of those in for this week. I don't see anybody saying that they did. Okay. Always, I want you to look at the start with the chart. Look at the start with the chart. It's the free gratis webinar. Disney and Cisco. Gratis. It is gratis. Okay. So take a check and look at that. Let's go look at some charts. Let's see what we can see this morning. Close some stuff. My chart's working hard enough. My computer is working super hard. I got it doing too many things at once. I said I was going to look at Morgan Stanley. Let's go to a daily chart first. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait 1 minute. There we go. I'm at the chart now. I told you to start with the chart. Tanya said I entered yesterday. I hope everybody turned in their PeakBot picks for yesterday too. If you've got questions about PeakBot, please feel free to go ahead and send me a message, or you can ask me. You can send me an email. You can find me on social media, and we can, talk about what's going on with your trading and if you need some guidance or whatever. Feel free to send me a message, or you can always comment to the YouTube videos, and I'll do my best to get back to you. The whole objective here is that we get folks moving forward. Okay, this is Morgan Stanley. I'm going to go look at General Motors too, so we can maybe see if there's some opportunity for today. As far as Morgan Stanley goes, there's a little bit of a gap right down here below where we currently are, between 91 and 90.66. We do have an upwards move going. Let me turn, what's his name, back on. Is that the one I want? Yep, that's the one I want. I think I already have. Nope. Okay. Is this the one I want? I'm thinking I do. I see some support in the area of 90.21. I do see support even further down here, which we don't need it way down there. I also see some resistance up here. There's a gap above us. Looks like there's a gap between. Come on, give me the gap. Looks like there's a gap right here that needs between, and the price is currently in this gap. Notice in the pre-market it says here 92.50. It is currently in this gap. Okay, kind of maybe trying to fill it. Fill me up, Lord. Okay, so it's gone up to about the 25% mark. Remember, I told you all that gaps will offer, let me see, what do I want to call it? Support and resistance. It levels inside of the gap. And the price action, this was yesterday, went up to about the 25% mark. And right now we've been up a little bit even this morning into the gap. So there may be some resistance. Told top of the gap 93.58. Definitely. If you wanted to go even higher, you could do a call credit spread above 94. I believe our graphic has Morgan Stanley on the put credit spread side, and from the put credit spread side, probably anything at 91 or below. Let me go to a smaller time frame and see if we can see anything different. See if we see any supports. This is a pre-market candle. See some support in the 91.71 area. Some support there. I'm not sure what this big old monstrous candle was. I think it probably, we weren't at earnings. There's something happened here with Morgan Stanley. 91.71. So you may even be able to go with the 92. 92 might be a little close because it's 92.50 right now. So maybe stick with 91 if you're looking at, okay, I cannot leave this here because it is distracting. There we go. To turn off the squares. This is General Motors. Just reported earnings this morning. If we were looking at some support, it would be at the 42.38 level. Yesterday, General Motors had a really nice green day. Looks like in the pre-market, they up here at 45.50, 45.80 up here at the pre-market. They did, looks like over this resistance area, right at this resistance at this point. Let's go to a smaller time frame and we can see where current price is. This is what's currently happening. Earnings, real, and let's see if it can move on through. May provide a put credit spread opportunity. We could probably go to yesterday's high, which is 43.50. Could probably go to yesterday's high and look there to see what could be. Let me see if we can put nope, nope, nope. At or below 43.50. Be sure if you're checking that you're looking, you want to watch your chart and you want to make sure that you're checking your probability out of the money and that kind of stuff. See what the plus minus number is for the week and use those, all the things that we use to determine our strikes. Definitely look for that to make sure that you're comfortable and that you're okay with what's going on. Okay. Definitely check your levels. That's General Motors. I wanted to do JetBlue. JetBlue. Got some support at the $7 mark. I didn't know JetBlue was so inexpensive. I don't know if that's a good thing. SoFi has earnings at the end of this week, I want to say as well, or is it? It's either might be next Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, but SoFi's earnings are coming up as well. JetBlue has run right into the resistance zone. It's been touched a couple of times, so I definitely would watch to see what it does at this level. If you're looking at trading JetBlue, it had a big pop. Earnings. What is the earnings? Earnings is this morning, right? This was yesterday's pop, but the earnings are today. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Well, JetBlue fell off a taste in their earnings this morning, so you may want to look at a call credit spread. May want to look at a CCS at or above 750. Oh, I need to see that. General Market GE. That comes out, right? JetBlue and more. Did we look at General Motors? We looked at General Motors. Or did we? Yeah, we did. We didn't look at GE. We'll look at GE Aerospace. You know, GE has kind of split its stock up in a few different areas. So if you're looking at JetBlue, maybe an opportunity. GE Aerospace. There we go. We'll go there next. I was looking around for the biggest movers, and then they don't CNBC doesn't put that out until just before the market opens, seems like. Okay. GE Aerospace is currently at this, see where all of these touches, boom, 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 and then you see prices right here, 158.71. Can y'all see that? We got all these touches, touchy, 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 and then that's where current price is right now. So would this be a zone? Get in the zone? Yes, it would be. Let's see what happens at this zone though, right? You might want to see if it's going to go on up from here. Then then what was resistance, if prices stays above it, this becomes support. Breaks out, it's already broke out kind of the zone, but you want it to hold, go up, you need to break out, come back and retest in order to go up some more. Then you can potentially use that as your put credit spread. It's either, I'm going to put a note here, this line can be a put credit spread or call credit spread at the 158 area. It's gonna depend on what does the price do at this where it is right now. Right, if you're looking for aerospace, if it goes on up, then you can ride a put credit spread. If it can't hold above this level, then you can go with a call credit spread. But you're gonna need to watch that one to see what happens because it's right at the decision point. Decisions. Yes, it's right at the decision making place. Okay. What else did I say I was gonna look at? Disney don't seem to be wanting to act right. Disney's not wanting to act right this morning, but it looks like it act like it wanted to have a little upwards movement. I think we have it on the put credit spread list, and it's currently at 112 and some change. So a put credit spread on Disney may be a ticket at below 112. Is this 112? What is this here? 111.50. I don't know if 111.50 is a thing, so let's just make it 111. Save yourselves. Save yourselves. Again, none of this stuff is financial advice. I always make sure I say that, or I try to make sure I say that. I'm just really showing you what I see. Not a financial advisor. I don't have enough knowledge to be that. I just showing you what I'm looking at. Cisco has a little bit of pop going in the pre-market. It's at 48.24. It closed yesterday at 48.14. There's a gap here. Come on. Click it one time. There we go. And that's going to the price action on subsequent days have actually filled it, but a candle, the body of the candle has not filled it yet. So in my humble opinion, it's not full yet. We do seem to be making higher lows. So Cisco should possibly be on the put credit spread side as well. PCS at below 47.50. And if you don't like those numbers, definitely make sure you check your probability out of the money to find numbers that you do like. Find numbers that you do like. Okay. Let me see if I need to enter anything else. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's see. SPX 500 market is getting ready to open in about 3 or 4 minutes. Quattro minutos. This is SPX 500. Let me move it to a smaller time frame. We can see what's maybe happening on the move on the 15-minute chart. There's no pre-market, post-market because SPX 500 runs the whole time. Looks like we've got support. at 5017. Can you help a sister out? There we go. At 5017, 5018. There's also some support there and some support in this zone. Thank you. 5015, which is the same place that Adam was mentioning. 5010, 5015. There is support there. This wick from this morning at 8:15 dropped as low as 5015 and then ran on up from there. But we do see some resistance in the 5036 area. So it's got to get through there. It's got to get through there. And there's a good resistance. You see, this is a zone from even back in the 18th of April. It's back here a bit as well. 5044 is resistance and 5052. We're looking at what SPX has to say for itself. Hey Lisa, how we doing? All righty. A little bit to keep our eyes on this morning. There's also, well, this one's already gone through this 5029 zone, so now it may operate as support. Might just be support. I felt like I had something else I wanted to share, but let's just wait and see what the market does when it opens. Let's go to the full SPX. Get down to a smaller time frame. Wait for the ding, ding, ding. Looks like yesterday a few stocks wanted to get moving. Anybody check out the Bitcoin movements? That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to go look at Mara because Mara and Riot, some of those other CLSA, they're starting to move. Some of those are starting to move now. Riot, Mara, as you can see, this big old wick yesterday. That wick, this candle with the big wick is a hammer and signifies upwards movement. Shoom, that's what that signifies. I'm going up. Yep, that's what that signifies. So you may want to check into put credit spread. Looks like it's currently at $17. If I was going to look, I'd probably look underneath this gap. That's where I would start looking anyway. And the bottom of the gap is about 1650. Come on. Okay. That's for Mara. Mara. This is SPX. Opened at 5028. It's kind of dancing around right there. Janae says she couldn't get in yesterday or Friday for SPX. Not sure if it was. I ain't gonna fool with them. I keep trying to tell you not to fool with them either. Don't go fool with them. Don't fool up. Sometimes people got to be told the hard way. I think the biggest thing sometimes people run into is, I know for me, I'm going to talk about myself. When I was trading, when I was leaving one broker going to another, everybody who knows me know what broker I'm talking about. It takes time for that the money to move, and it's hard to stop trading here in order to trade over there. So what you can do, just as a suggestion, is put some resources over in the new place, wherever your new broker is, trade over there, and then transfer from the old to the new in spurts. Maybe not do it all at one time and have to like not trade while you wait, but move, open up the new place, get it up and running, and start to transition some of your resources. You don't have to close. You don't have to close the where you are, because mine is still open, but just I don't have a lot of resources over there, right? So that's just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So funny. So funny. Ay, ay, ay. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. 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 That's all I'm gonna say about that is yep. Mm-hmm. Y'all already know. Y'all already know what's what. Oh, come on. I don't want to do that. Trying to look at my screen. Okay. Let's take ourselves on out so I can go on and do the job that pays me. Our trader's declaration. So funny. I love you all. My community is thebomb.com. Yes, it's thebomb.com. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My accounts grow more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. All right. See, I want you to be sure to make sure that you use the things I've talked about in this call. We talked about 4 or 5 different stocks. We talked about JetBlue, General Motors, Morgan Stanley. We looked at Disney and Cisco. I feel like we looked at Mara. There's opportunities out there. You just need to go through the steps that you've been taught in order to make sure that you can make a good move. All else fails, and not even all else fails. You got that whole graphic that I gave you full of opportunities, right? So you got what you need. You got what you need to trade today. Don't overtrade. It's earnings season. Pick one, pick two, and run them. And run them. I'm telling myself that too. Pick one or two, Arlissa, and run it. All right, and run it. That's what you do. All righty. If you're in my community and you're doing the live coaching, we got homework that's gone out, and we're gonna have our meeting. Do we do Wednesday or we do Thursday? Thursday evening at 8. We're gonna do covered calls this week. Covered calls this week. So you got the videos for that. Okay. Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. If the Lord can't get it through you, he has no reason to send it to you. That's our note for the day. If he can't get it through you, he has no reason to send it to you. If you're not going to be a conduit for him to bless the world, then you're just a reservoir, and reservoirs get stinky and the bacteria grows. You don't want to be just a reservoir. You want to be a stream of living water. Okay. All righty, everybody. We're going to do 3 things today. We're going to stay green. We're going to get this money, and we're going to have a great green trading day. All righty. I'm going to see you all later. I'll see you in the market. I'll see you in the chat, and I'll see you in the email. Wherever you want to communicate with me, let me know. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Talk later, everybody. Talk later. Bye.